Hey, what's up? I'm Scott LaRock, welcoming you to the 2020 Crop Over Souvenir. Joining me to bring you all the sights, sounds, fun, and festivities is Alison.
Thanks, Scott. The Nation Publishing has been publishing the Crop Over Souvenir for many years. With no festival this year, we're going to present to you the 2020 Crop Over Souvenir, the digital series.
We're going to be chatting with the likes of Alison Hinds, RPB, Edwin, and so many more as they tell us what Crop Over means to them.
Conducting the interviews for this year's Crop Over Souvenir is the nation's very own Andrea King.
In this episode, we chat with the Caribbean Soca Queen, and some might argue the Soca Queen of the world, Alison Hinds.
I'm listening to you, and I'm also looking at your tattoo. Music is life.
Yes.
And music has been your life. You've been in it from a teenager, and
Yes.
now you have the title Soca Queen
Yes.
of the world. Even.
Yes.
Tell me about that journey.
It has
What it means to you.
It's been an amazing journey. At times it's been really, really good. There were times when, I had my lows and the times when I felt like, okay, I'm done. I'm done. I ain't singing no more. I ain't performing no more. I ain't recording. I done. And then something would happen, or I would have a conversation with somebody or meet a fan, and it would give me that boost and that little jolt to be like, all right, Alison, you can't give up just yet. You can't leave just yet.
And now, in addition to being the Caribbean Soca Queen, she is one of 3 cultural ambassadors of Barbados, and she understands her responsibility to Crop Over and the importance of the festival to Barbados.
As well as a huge money earner for the country, because that's definitely important for our economy and helping to drive our economy and keep it going. I believe that it's important to us as Bajans to be able to create and express our culture and our energy and our vibe and show it to the world. And Kadooment Day is that day, is the day that if you had all kinds of pent up stuff just upset and you just want to forget for a little while and just immerse yourself in wearing your costume and looking beautiful and having a time on the road. That's what Kadooment Day is. Kadooment Day is about that release of, yes, it was 364 days of stress, and finally I get to Kadooment Day, and it is wonderful, and the energy, and people just have a good time, and I think that's what Crop Over means to a lot of people. And you see it on people's faces, in conversations. I might call friends who are coming in. They're like, I can't wait, Crop Over and thing and this, and it's an excitement.
Alison has been part of the Crop Over Festival since she joined Square One in 1987, winning the Party Monarch 10 years later with In the Meantime, written by Ramesses Brown. The year before, she'd had a hit with the ever-popular Ragamuffin. She left the band in 2003 and as a solo artist became the undisputable Soca Queen of the world. Her constant travels and interactions with promoters and fans has helped her to put the Crop Over Festival into a particular perspective.
I am in and out when it comes. Obviously, I'm touring. I'm not always here for the whole of Crop Over, but I do try to try to come in at least the last week or the last couple of weeks, which is, I think, when the most frenetic activity is happening. And I try to go to some of the events as well as perform on some of them, like This Is Rick. I think I did a Marsville show last year, a couple of others. Of course, our PM's event that she has every year. So I kind of... I'm gonna miss doing those, but it is an opportunity, I think, for everybody to reflect on how the festival has been growing, if it has been growing, and if it has been, what else can we do to allow more growth? How else can we improve it? What other ways or what other things can we do? And who can we get involved in addition to who is kind of the movers and shakers at this point? I do believe that the actual artists and entertainers and musicians and people in the creative industry, I think we need more of a say, more of an opportunity to be able to give ideas, and because we're in it, we are the practitioners, and there are things sometimes that people who are outside of it, even though they may be involved in organizing or, you know, from that point of view, as an artist or an entertainer, as a practitioner, you see things differently. I would take example with Soca Monarch in Trinidad, when Fay-Ann Lyons Alvarez took it over for 1 year. Now, she obviously has been in the competition. She is an entertainer, recording artist. And then she took the role of being in charge of organizing and producing this competition. And so she had two hats, because she understood what it was from the point of view as a competitor, and being an artist, and the things that maybe weren't completely together when she was in the competition, and then also to wear the hat as the organizer, and having that knowledge now to be able to apply that and make it the kind of competition that it needs to be, that it's, you know, it's kind of lost its way.
Alison drops a bomb with her next comment, but it is a sentiment increasingly shared by many artists and entertainers about the Crop Over Festival.
I might get some licks for this next one, but I think that I'm not so sure that competition might have outlived its usefulness to a point. Yes, I was in the competition when I was in my early years, but sometimes competition can be to the detriment of the music itself.
Very limiting.
Yes, because once whoever gets to the finals, then the focus is on those songs, and before that, everybody was enjoying all the music. Everybody was into everything. Then you get semis, and then you get finals. And then from finals, you know, everybody, all the radio stations and the DJs and the announcers, everybody is focused on these 10 songs, these 12 songs. And all of a sudden, the other songs, you know, are not as important, and they don't matter as much. And that's my reasoning with not and it probably won't happen, but I believe that we can have festivals within our festival. We can have shows, we can have events that are just highlighting our artists, and also giving the Calypsonians, not the soca artists, giving the Calypsonians a platform, because we know that tents are basically on their way out. They're almost gone. And so the Calypsonians don't really have a place anymore, because it's fat culture at this point. So unless somehow there's some calypso song that captured everybody and somebody decides to hire them to perform, they don't have a platform anymore. So, you know, I think it would be more inclusive. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, here's hoping that you enjoyed watching this episode as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. Keep watching the Crop Over 2020 Souvenir, the digital edition, as we talk to some of the men and women who have helped to make the Crop Over Festival what it is now.
Don't expect no more than what we already have. Keeping it simple.